All right, you guys. So today I just wanted to read a verse, Matthew 5:14 through 16. I think I shared this before. It's capital more is what the new password is. Did you put lowercase? Oh, it says trial capitals. Thanks, Dash. I've shared this before, but this kind of goes along with some of what I was talking about last week. It says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." And it just made me talk about how I talked about last week about how you're making an impact, whether you want to or not. You choose whether it's a positive or negative impact. And just like this, you are a light, and you can either be hidden under a bowl or you can shine bright on your stand. And so as we move forward into this year, the whole theme of what Mel and I are trying to do with the More Group is to do things differently this year, and to teach you to do things differently this year, and to teach you to be more authentic, more real, more you, more present on your social media page, to shine your light, to show yourself authentically, and to just pivot a little bit. And so shining your light on the stand brightly and making that impact. So that's kind of just what I wanted to share and touch on. Today, we are going to be talking about our daily task list. What we've been doing over the last, 13 days is going over giving you daily ways to post, and how Mel and I really post. I mean, these different things that we're giving you, these pics, these ideas, these words, this is literally how we post every single day. All we're doing is giving you those ideas and showing you how easy it is to just integrate your daily life into your post so that you're authentically you. And so that's what these challenges have been about. We've been 13 days in. Everybody is doing really great with that. Your pages are looking so good. And I mean, like, so good. Like, I've been going to a lot of your pages, people who aren't participating in the challenge, and I'm looking at their pages and they're still spammy. I'm looking at your guys' pages and they're so authentic and real, and I love it so much. And I feel like I'm learning more about you guys, your audience is learning more about you, and it is just so cool to see. It really is cool to see. And guess what? These things are catching people's eyes. Like some of your, the 1, 2, 3s, how you guys made that all so creative yesterday. Some people were taking 3 pictures, some people were doing videos, somebody, everybody's was different, and it caught your eye because it was different. And so people were stopping their scroll instead of, seeing the ads. And I think it's really, it's changing how you guys are presenting your business. And so I'm super proud of that. Proud of you guys for that. So as we move forward now, we're 13 days of consistency, and we're hoping that after 31 days of consistency, you'll be able to mimic this and continue this into February on your own. We haven't decided if we're going to continue giving these through February. But hopefully by then you've kind of understood how Mel and I have made our success by posting like this. But now we talk about the daily task list. Now we have a consistency in posting. Now we need to make sure that we're getting that consistency in what our work is every single day. Yes, Mel and I have great pages, authentic pages, posting just like we're talking about you guys doing, but we also do things behind the scenes, and that's where we make our money. Just to be honest with you guys, I don't get a ton of interaction, responses, likes, comments to my posts. I don't get a lot of people reaching out, and I do sometimes, but that's not where the 95% of my money comes from. 95% of my money comes from host-to-post messaging, conversations with people that I initiate, and then following up with all those people that I've talked to for a while, because I can have one conversation with them and then never follow up with them again. And next thing I know, they're with another company. Next thing I know, they, they bought from somebody else. And so just continuing to be that presence in their life by following up is so, so huge. So Mel's going to take over. We adopted the new task list. I'm going to drop it in the chat, the big chat, Mel, just so everybody can see it. But it's just for January, what we are doing behind the scenes every single day. We've broken it down to simple tasks that you do every single day that we are doing that is helping us continue to enroll consistently. Both Mel and I were on the top enrollers for customers list for last year for Freedom, which is huge. We're talking about thousands and thousands of distributors, and we were in the top 20. I think I was number 7. Mel, number 13. You were 13.
13.
And so like that's huge. That's huge. That's consistent every single month, and it really just comes down to us having authentic pages like we do, and then doing these task lists every single day, making sure that we do it. We each have different ways on how we accomplish that, so we're kind of going to touch on that a little bit. We do the same things, but how we accomplish them, because our lives are very different. We'll kind of touch on that. So Mel, go ahead. I'm going to drop that visual in the chat.
Yeah. So hey, you guys. Happy Thursday. I want to encourage you that no matter what goes on in life, you can still do this business. I promise you, you can still do it. I've had COVID all week. I didn't get tested, but my husband had it last week. I've had it this week, and I'm still making enrollments. You can still do this business and be sick. You can still do this business and lose a family member. Mel and I both did it this year. We both lost parents, someone very close to us. And so I want to encourage you that this business is simple enough to do with the chaos of life. We all have different chaos, and we all have busy schedules. Probably y'all all have more busy schedules than I do. And I get that, but I want to encourage you that no matter what goes on in life, you can still do this business. So with that being said, we have 6 things on our list, 6 things. And so those 6 things are very doable, that you can do like a timer. You can do like an alarm that goes off. You can do all kinds of things to get this set into your schedule. Everybody's different, and everybody has different things going on. And you may do better where you get up an hour early, or you stay up an hour later, or you do it throughout your day, or the baby's napping, or whatever it is. You can still do this. If it's taking a 15-minute break at work and sitting down and working only 15 minutes, you can still do this. So it's simple. And I feel like we make it hard, and it's not. It really isn't. To do this behind the scenes things, it is not hard at all. So we kind of want to give you some tips of how we work it in our business. Mel's schedule's totally different than what mine looks like. And so we have great perspectives to give you here. So kind of one of the things that I do is, 10 minutes of self-development is our first thing. 10 minutes. Okay, you guys, you can get up 10 minutes early. You can take 10 minutes to pour into your life, to set your mind for the day. I do this every morning before I even get out of bed, believe it or not, even with a new puppy. I do self-development on the Bible app on my phone. And I just download a plan, and it can be over anything. Like lately, I've been doing the word of the year for me. So I do love. That's my word of the year, is love. So I type in love for the plans. I find me a plan, and for 7 days or whatever it is, I do the plan, and I read the plan, or I let it read to me. If I'm like, running down the steps, I'm letting it read to me to get my mind set for the day. Okay. 10 minutes is nothing. It's nothing to spend time with God, or however it is you get your motivation. Okay. I promise you, God gave you a lot more than 10 minutes. He did. He gave you a lot more than 10 minutes. You can give him 10 minutes every day. Okay. All right. So the second thing, so the other thing on self-development, if you're not a reader, use Audible. You guys, use Audible. This is what I do. When I go to get my shower for the day, I use Audible and I listen to a book while I'm in the shower. If I'm driving down the road, I'm probably listening to Audible. Okay. Unless I've done my self-development for the day, then I'm listening to music. But other than that, because I'm a big music person, but anyways, I'm listening to an Audible 9 times out of 10. I'm listening to a book. So there's free stuff everywhere. YouTube, you name it, it's there. So the second thing is post to your page and story about the product you're using and show yourself. We have been doing that. You already got that covered. You've been doing that already. If you've been in this challenge, you've been posting every day showing your face. You're already doing it. Check it off. You're already doing it. Okay. So you don't even have, that's how simple it is. We've already showed you how to post. 10 minutes self-development, showed you how to post. That's your first 2. Your next one, send birthday messages. So easy, but it interacts every day and makes people feel special. And then they're going to go to your page and they're going to see 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe I need some money. Okay, let's join this business and see what it's all about, right? It interacts for you, of course. And it also, depending on how you do it. Now, Mel does it different than I do. The reason I do it the way I do is because, number one, they're probably going to interact back with me because I do a GIF. Okay. So 9 times out of 10, they say thank you. What does that do? That boosts your algorithm because they're responding back to you. Okay. The other thing it does is when you're doing host to post, let's say they do a host to post for you. The next day is their birthday. You've told them happy birthday. Somebody goes to their page that's looking at the host to post to see if this girl's legit, and they saw where I gave that person a happy birthday message. Okay? People are freaking nosy, and they will go and see who told who happy birthday. I'm just saying, they will. I have to say, I'm guilty. I've done it before. So they see that I've given them a happy birthday message. So then chances are they know that I'm a real person, because a spammer is not going to go tell somebody happy birthday. They're just not. Now, Mel does this a little differently. I think she still does it this way, where she goes in and gives them a private message and tells them happy birthday. And then that also interacts with the algorithm, because if they respond back, and then it can start a conversation, and then, you never know where that can go. So birthday messages are huge because it's all interacting. Okay. So those are the top 3 things that I have tonight: self-development, posting, and be sure to post it on your story, and then birthday messages to interact on your page.
Love it. Love it. And Mel's right. I send a private message. I DM them. What I end up doing is at the end of the month, I slide through my messenger stories. Anybody I've wished happy birthday to, I ask them to host post at the end of the month. So it just keeps them on my messenger feed. It gives me just some people, if I don't have a host post going that's hot, or if I don't want to message randomly, they're in my messenger, and it keeps that interaction going, and again boosts that algorithm, that back and forth conversation. So I do that. I do my self-development usually in the car. My 10 minutes of self-development, I'm always just listening to something differently. I do the Bible, and that's mine done. So don't make it hard. You're already in the car, might as well listen to something. And so I get that knocked out. So what I'm going to touch on is the 10 product messages. Everybody does this a little bit differently. You can do it from posts. You can do it from the likes and comments on your posts. You can send private messages. You can message people that have hosted posts for you, and ask them to be a part of the 90-day program. You can, like this whole new referral system that Kelsey was talking about night before last. I posted some of those conversations. The conversations are now on the boards. This is another great way to get some product messages out, by asking for referrals from your customers. sending them that say, hey, I have a new referral program. If you send me 5 to 10 people for every person, I'll put your name into my giveaway entry for $500 and have them post for you. And then have them send private referrals. The nice thing about that, and I was talking to Mel about this today, is these are people that their post may not have reached. So say they host a post for you, but their host post only reached, they got 1 like or maybe a comment or maybe nothing, but they have 5 people message you privately or text you privately that probably never saw that post, because we know how the algorithm works. Only 2 to 3% of that post sees those people, but they know 5 people that need to lose weight or grow their hair out or whatever it is that you've talked to them about, or maybe they're a customer, and get that referral program going, because people want to be involved with something their friends are doing, especially if they're having results. That's why speaking of our own results is so important, because people want to believe in it. They want to know that it works. They want to know that it's real. And so they want real results. So when they see their friend, they see our story, because they come back to our page, we're already giving them all that information on our page, our authenticity on our page. Then they see their friend giving it to you, or their friend messages them and says, hey, you want to try these gummies with me? Or, hey, I know you just talked about losing weight and you're struggling. You just hit a plateau because we talked about it at dinner the other night. Have you thought about trying this girl's gummies? It just creates that authenticity in you. So start, try it out. It's worth a try. Try, instead of, for product messages, try initiating this referral program, and just making that a part of your day, messaging a few people every day that either posted for you or past or current customers, or maybe even distributors that maybe aren't working. Like, I know you have people that sign up and they aren't willing to do anything, or they aren't working. Say, hey, have you, do you have 5 people, or, or hey, I've got a referral and I'll enter you in to win this $500 cash giveaway. Like, everybody wants more entries. They'll definitely offer your name out to get more entries and to get winning $500. So, this 30 has to post asks, and you guys, this is mindless. Like when Mel talks about how easy this business is, it's mindless. Like, we're not talking about rocket science. Renee, I know you're going back to school. Like, that's hard freaking work. Like, there's things that we do in life that are hard. Copying and pasting a message is not hard. It's as simple as making it a priority. That's really what it is. We all do this differently. I set alarms, and you guys, I'm very big about that, because I'm busy and my day gets away from me. I set an alarm. So I'll set them throughout the day. I try to do it first thing in the morning. They can get it. They can. They've opened it up, Renee, that however you want to give people entries into host posts, you give them entries into host posts. So they do have to host a post for you. But you can give them additional entries, 5, 10, 20 entries for different things. So what people are doing is they are doing this referral system. So you have Ginger host a post for you. Okay. She's a customer that's not working for you. A distributor is not working for you. You have Ginger host a post, and then you say to her, I've got this referral system. The messages are on board. So I got this referral system. If you have 5 people that you send to me, for every person that that messages me, I'll give you another entry in. And so, and that's how you get their name in. You can even continue that conversation with them and be like, hey girl, I got 5 of your people contacted me. Thanks so much. Your name is now in the entry 6 times. Don't give up if you have more people that are interested. You can keep that going, especially if they're sending you lots of people. Another way is they can put something in your story, or they can put, some people have said, if you want to buy a sample pack from me, I'll put your entry in again one more time. So there's different reasons. They just have to post for you once. You have to prove that they posted for you to be able to get the host to post money. Okay. But how you consecutively add their name in, they can post for you again. They can put it in your stories. It can be, you sold them a sample pack. If you buy a sample pack from me today, I'll throw another entry in for you. You can, however you want to do that, they just have to have one post. Okay, so people are being creative with it, and which I think is great, because people want to know. A lot of the questions I get sometimes is, what are the odds? Like, how am I going to win this? And I usually tell them on average it's between 3,000 and 5,000 people that are in it every month. Which is pretty good odds, to be honest. But, if you have your name in there 20 times because you've referred 5 people and you've posted for you twice, your odds get better and better and better. So, yes, it's kind of it's a fluid thing. But anyway, the messaging. I set an alarm. So like an alarm first thing in the morning, when driving, put my post up for the morning. And then I will set an alarm, well, usually around 10, that says message 35 people host asks. And then around lunchtime, I set an alarm and I'm like, answer 10 messages in Messenger, because my Messenger gets bogged down. But I keep it simple and quick, because I'm just being honest. I get distracted, and if it's a task that takes too long, I'm not going to finish it. So if I give myself tiny little things like send 10 messages now or send 30 messages now, I'm copying, pasting, and I know where I'm getting them from. So like right now I have a host to post giveaway post that's doing well. So I just am going through and just messaging through there. Okay. But sometimes I'll be like, message 10 people, host post ask in Messenger, and I'll just go slide through Messenger and just quickly 10 people and knock it out and be done. And then I'll move on with my day. And so that's kind of how I do it, is I just set alarms throughout the day, because it triggers me to stop what I'm doing, no matter what I'm doing, chasing the baby, washing dishes. I literally will stop and go ahead and do that and accomplish it, because literally my day will get away with me. And then I'll be it'll be the end of the night, and I'm like, I have not done a thing for my business. I haven't even posted once. Like we've all been there. Like it's just life gets busy days get away from you. And so it's just more about setting those alarms to be super intentional. And then the more times you ask, obviously the more host posts you get up, and then you can use those people that post for you again for your referral program, to be able to be like, hey, I do have a referral program. If you have anybody that's interested that you know of, that maybe this post, they didn't see this post, refer them to me. So go through, if you have not watched that video of Kelsey's, I highly recommend doing that, because it's literally working for you. Because you're bypassing the algorithm of social media. I mean, really what it is. The biggest fight we have is getting our posts seen. And so, you can have 10 people host posts for you and not get a single comment on all 10 of those posts. So you're bypassing that. They're posting for you, but you're allowing them to have some control over getting their name in some more times, which is going to motivate them, and to recommend to their friends you. Okay, so a lot of times our first host post people that put posts up are actually people we know. Okay, because they are on our friends list. So that first round are really people that actually know us and believe in us and trust us, and so they're not afraid to recommend us. Now, if a friend of Ginger's posts for you, they're basically a stranger. That referral program isn't going to work as well for them until they start to get to know you through your page and things like that as you become friends. But that first round of friends you're asking are all people that know you. A referral program will work well and easily for them because they trust you already. All right, and the last thing is I ask everybody to join the business that posts for me. And you guys, this just always gets me in conversations. It always has me in conversations. I do business posts all the time. I don't get messages and stuff from them. I think I had, out of all the business posts I've done this month, I've had one post where I've gotten a text. I think I got 3 texts from it. I didn't get anybody that signed from it, but that's out of all the business posts I've done in 13 days. Okay, I'm not any different than you guys. Just been in the business a little longer. We're doing the same posts. We're trying to be an example. Mel and I, we're doing these posts along with you. Okay, we're getting the same kind of interaction, but it's that you want to be in conversations. Conversations are going to be what gets you sales and distributors. And so that's why, yes, we've been teaching you to post and focusing on posts for 13 days, but this is why now we're stressing. This is what we do behind the scenes to close the door and get enrollments. Because if you just continue posting all month long, I haven't gotten a single sale this month. I think I have 3 customers. Mel has 7. None of my sales this month have come from any of my posts. I would not be where I am today in this business if I relied on just posting. And I just need you to hear me across the board. You're either in or you're out. You can post every single day, all day long. You're never going to go anywhere. And I'm just being completely honest and upfront, because that's not where Mel and I, who are on the top enrollers list, we don't get there because of our posting. We get there because of the stuff we do behind the scenes. That's what's gotten us on those lists. That's what gets us those posts. And so in 13 days, I haven't signed a single person from any post that I've done. And so you guys have got to kind of understand that as many times as you go live, as many times as you post, maybe however it is, and that whatever your niche is, you could maybe have a TikTok blow up. Some people are, they're big into TikTok and Reels. I'm trying to expand into that, and maybe that'll be a niche that takes me somewhere else and gets me more conversations too. But the basics of this business is conversations. You have to get in conversations. And so a lot of times that's initiating them. A lot of times that's busting into different people's markets. And like Kelsey said, she is the top enroller for Freedom Legacy because of this referral program. And it's worth trying. I'm just being honest. It's worth trying. And like I said, it bypasses a lot of this work. It does the work for you, brings people to you that already trust you because based on somebody else's recommendation. And as we all know, I'm going to take somebody else's recommendation a million times over just reading it on Facebook. Okay, for me personally. So it's key. So I just want to say, and I put this screenshot in for January just so that you guys can have something to check off. Try it. Try initiating, trying to do this daily task list every single day. Try the referral program and just branch out and see where you go. Look at the end of the month and just be like, okay, what worked, what didn't? You have to look back. What we do know is conversations equal sales. And so if all you're doing is relying on your posts and you ain't having any conversations, you're not going to sell a darn thing. And you're not going to sign a single customer because you have to talk to somebody to be able to do that. So you guys, I encourage you to start initiating these conversations through some of the tips that we've given you tonight. And Mel, do you have anything else that you wanted to add in on what I had to say?
No, I don't think so. I just, I also want to say that like sometimes you'll get somebody who does a host a post for you who says, hey, what are these gummies? That's what happened to me this past week. And so she ended up ordering for me. She also got her sister to order, and they're doing a challenge together. And then there was 2 other people from that post. So just from one host to post, I got 4 orders. 4 orders. So I want to tell you that you can like really miss out if you're not doing host to post. And so make sure that if you're going to do that referral program, because that referral program, I'm going to go back and ask her now about the referrals because I've already got people from her. She's going to be able to say, hey, I ordered these gummies too. Why don't you jump on the bandwagon with us? Okay. Then they're going to message me because I can promise you this girl's a talker. I know she's going to be one of the ones that the referral program would work great with. And so she's going to turn around and she's going to say, she's going to call her 5 top people, probably her 5 best friends or whatever, people she's closest to. And she's going to say, hey, I'm going to start these gummies. They're coming today or whatever. And I mean, she already knows about the tracking on her app and all the things. And so she's going to know when she's going to get them. And we're going to do this together. So why don't you jump on the bandwagon with me? I know it's just a sealed deal. I just hadn't done it yet. So don't take it for granted. Give it a try, like Mel said, and pivot next month when you figure out, okay, this didn't work for me, but this did. Pivot, do what works. I can tell you in these 3 years that I've been in this business, I am not the same person, first of all, that I was when I started. And second of all, I don't work the business the way I did. Mm-hmm. It is completely changed. And I've had to pivot. So take the last year and just take what worked, wash the rest of it away, put it behind you. We're in January. We're not even the end of January. We still got room to grow, okay? Take what works, pivot, and run with it, because that's what's going to build your business. And if you are not doing host to post, girlfriend, you are missing out, because that is where it's at. So that's all I got.
And plus, the whole thing is, again, it gives you distributor conversations. That's like the biggest thing that I love about host to post. It isn't even just about the customers. It gives me, if freaking distributor conversation every day. And so the more distributor conversations I have means more people watching my page, interested in what the heck I'm doing. Like I just had a conversation tonight on Instagram with somebody who came back to me that I was messaging back in September. And she saw my post most recently. And now, of course, she's like, okay, so this network marketing thing, you know, like, so it's just you initiate those conversations and then they come back. If they don't always seek the deal in the moment, but again, they're watching you. And so that authenticity is seeing your is why we're trying to teach you how to do that. So I love you guys. I'm proud of you. I think that this is the year for all of us to do just such amazing things. And, you know, I think we overthink it and make it too hard sometimes. And so when you simplify it, make it easy. Like I said, set alarms and make them like small, tiny tasks, because that's what works for me. So I don't get distracted, you know, like make it say 10 messages, Mel, or, you know, just do whatever. And just then at the end of the day, you've done something. Because here's the deal. You may not have done everything you wanted to do. Okay. You may not have gone hog wild and got it all in, but you did something. Whereas yesterday you did nothing. Okay. So 7 days of something is better than 5 days of nothing and 2 days of hog wild. Okay. You hear me, guys? So just give it your all, give it something every single day, and you will reap the rewards in the business. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I'm so appreciative of each one of you for jumping on and taking your time tonight. I'm going to share this recording probably tomorrow in the chat. But have a good night. And I just challenge you to just go out and kill it and do it and try. I feel like that's just the whole thing. You know, Mel and I talked last week about how the whole 4-in-1 thing was such a challenge for us. And so we're not going to let things be a challenge for us anymore. We're going to embrace it and we're just going to go with it. And we see people succeeding and we want to be succeeding as well. And so let's all succeed together and just embrace change instead of fighting it. All right, you guys, have a good night. Love you.